Hi YouTubers, it's Veroni Anderson, the Pussy Goddess. As you know, I help you unleash your inner sex goddess, right? So my topic for tonight, I'm going to show you 3 different intercourse technique. But before I jump into that, please remember to subscribe, to look in the description for my social media handle, my program, and whatever I have going on at that moment, right? That's the best place to connect with me. And of course, subscribe. So the first technique is called shallowing, right? And it is going to the tip, imaginary vagina, instead of trusting all the way, right? All the way inside. You don't focus on the back of the vagina or how deep you could go. You focus on the opening right here. I mean, us women, yes, we do enjoy a good trusting. We do enjoy a good jackhammering where you guys just, right? But sometimes we are tired of it. We are tired of the inside and out, going in, out, in, out. We're tired of it and we want something different. So what about just focusing right here on the opening of the vagina? We have a lot of nerve ending, right? The nerve ending of the tip of the vagina is touch sensitive, right? The one on the back is pressure sensitive. So that's why if you push all the way in, you have to give us a lot of pressure and you have to like jackhammer. But when you are at the tip right here, because it's touch sensitive, it drives us crazy and we could have an orgasm, right? So just play with the opening of the vagina, a lot of great nerve ending, and it will drive us crazy. All right. The second one is called rocking. And this is, you know, of course, instead of going in and out again, right, you rock. So what rocking does, it builds up the pressure versus when you're trusting in and out. Every time you go out, the pressure ease off, and every time you go in, you build the pressure again. And us women, we want to have an orgasm. We want constant pressure to build up. So what the rocking does, right, instead of it, and you rock back and forth, right, or rock back and forth, and it depends. You don't have to even move, right? So for example, the woman is missionary style and you're over the woman, right? And you just go in, you could push deep, all the way in, deep like this, and the woman will just rock back and forth and you just stay still. Don't move, right? Because she is putting the pressure on her clit. She's pushing the pressure on her clit, right? You are enjoying yourself and it's building up for her, right? And there is nothing like a stiff penis, a stiff dick, not moving, and the woman just move to her pleasure. So it doesn't have to be missionary style. The woman could be on top, but I know you man, you have a hard time like resisting yourself to move, right? And of course, I know vagina, it's very nice, so of course you would have a hard time not to move, but just stay still and just let us enjoy ourselves. So rocking, it builds up pleasure. The next one is called renewing. And what it does, let me explain what it of course I'm explaining, right? So renewing is like, so for instance, your boyfriend is playing with your clit, or your girlfriend is playing with your clit, and you know when somebody start to play with your clit for a while, right, it start to build up that incense. It started to get a little bit numb, because I know that happened to me, where we get a little bit numb and there is like no more sensation, and there is like it's done, right? Because you're ever having sex and you're like, oh, it's right there, but you can't come because you feel like the person have beat that one spot too. It's like a dead horse. Yeah. So what you should do when that happens is that you come off the clit, and that's the clit is just an example, right? And maybe you just go around it, right? Or you focus on a different area. Maybe you start to focus on the nipple instead. You start to focus on the ears. You start to focus on the lips, right? Maybe you start to do finger and you start to go in. But the thing is, you remove from that spot, right? For a while, focus on something else, and then you come back to that spot, and the sensation will return. The woman will get more excited, and she will have an orgasm. So instead of focusing on one spot, just keep on moving so the person have pleasure, and that is renewing. So I hope these different intercourse technique helps. So for instance too, if you were trusting on the right side, right, and you see that's not doing anything, like the woman is not reacting as much as she used to react, then you move, you change direction, and you focus on the left side, right, and she's going to have sensation right there, and then you go back to that you go back to that spot again, hills and valley, hills and valley, hills and valley. You go back to that spot, and then the woman will start to feel pleasure in that spot again. I hope these 3 intercourse techniques help. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side. And of course, I welcome comment all the time. Bye, guys.